Hello and welcome back to Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets, Part 4 for the PS1. And we are collecting more Bertie Bott's every flavor beans in a secret area. Now, the secret areas are strictly here for you to grab additional house points, Bertie Bott's every flavor beans, and additional famous witches and wizards cards, which you need for a particular side quest.
And no, students were never tormented by flying books on their way to and from classes.
That's honestly a good thing, because the flying book enemies in this game are very easy to take down, assuming that you can predict where they're going to be.
It's like back in the old days where they would smack you on the wrist with a fucking wooden cane.
I was personally never a big fan of that type of corporal punishment in school.
And they can taunt you with reminders to read by fucking flying books everywhere.
That I'm okay with.
Because the less you read, the more it attacks you. Ah. This is how many students...
So yeah, a majority of the secret areas in this game are pretty bland, although you get to explore a bit more of the architecture of Hogwarts. The main thing that you really need to remember is that you're here for the Bertie Bott's every flavor beans, the house points if you actually care, you really should not care, and the famous witches and wizards cards.
Can you lose house...
Oh look, Bertie Bott's every flavor beans have respawned.
You can lose house points?
No, you cannot lose house points. And that brings up one of the most irritating facets of the game. The House Cup you are guaranteed to win.
Yes, because it is canon that Gryffindor wins the House Cup like every single year that Harry's a student at Hogwarts.
Isn't it no longer actually a thing by a prisoner?
Yeah, they basically start ignoring it because by the time the fourth book comes out, everybody's focus is on the Triwizard Tournament and Cedric Deadman Diggory. The fifth book was a bunch of shit. The sixth book, Dumbledore died, and then the seventh book, Harry wasn't even in class.
Right.
But yeah, the House Cup ceases to be significant. Probably after the first book, honestly.
Alright, this is I want to say that this is one of the areas that we cannot complete right now. I'm pretty sure, yeah, this is one of the areas that we are unable to complete right now. Very specifically because we are lacking a spell.
I'm warning you, don't come through here.
And it's a spell that we don't get until exactly 75% through the damn game.
Wait, Oh, so that portrait was supposed to warn you, but she wasn't going to stop you.
Right.
Yes, this very dramatic door unlocking. Oh, Jesus. Platforming
Don't worry,
challenges.
we'll be back here later when we can actually finish this one. I decided to show off most of this one here, partially because of padding, and partially because I had totally forgotten that we couldn't clear this one when I went in. There are two secret levels that we are unable to complete the first time that we're able to visit them. One is right next to Gilderoy Lockhart's office, and then the other one is this one.
Why, it's Mr. Potter. I remember
And they
you
both
from
require
last
the exact same damn spell.
If you want to get to the floor above, come on through, Mr. Potter.
Fizzy lifting drinks.
No, this is not Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory.
It's funny you mention that because one of our main objectives is to pick up candy throughout the game.
I don't qualify jelly beans as candy. I should. I really should. I mean, they're mostly sugar and corn syrup, but...
So what is it that distinguishes candy from jelly beans?
As horrible as this sounds, the presence of chocolate and/or wrappers.
I take it Starburst is not your favorite candy?
Starburst is not my favorite candy, although it is a passable candy. That is a Wiggenweld potion. You can drink that to restore your health to full.
Yay.
And there we go. All 250 Bertie Bots every flavor beans that we need for the game.
Just like that. Oh, but the counter keeps going up.
Yes. You can have, I want to say, like 500 plus Bertie Bots every flavor beans at any one point. You never need more than 250.
Yeah, which strikes me as odd that, like, the game doesn't need you to require more than half of them, because there are so fucking many of them.
Well, that's the same thing that Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild did, and I hate it for it. Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild decided to have Korok seeds, which are a relatively difficult thing to collect, as they are they're in places that are not necessarily, you know, easy to get to. However, there are 900 of them. And you only actually need 440.
So less than half.
Yes, you need less than half of them.
And what do the Korok seeds do in Breath of the Wild?
You can trade in Korok seeds in order to expand your inventory, your weapon, shield, and bow inventory.
Oh, nice. So you can keep more weapons on your person.
Yep, more weapons, shields, and bows.
You don't have to switch them out all the time.
Pig snout?
Yes, you still do, because again, the fragility system in Breath of the Wild is annoying.
Oh no! We don't know the password for the pink lady's portrait. Now we won't be able to get
It's
in.
the fat lady's
Come
portrait.
on. You wait here to see if another Gryffindor passes
Because
by.
she's fat.
I'll find Hermione.
That's her only...
No, well, they're standing right in front of her. They may as well call her the pink lady.
Well, I guess it would be impolite to call the fat lady fat right in front of her. These portraits do talk back.
Young Harry Potter. Yes, what a fine day.
You look happy, Nick.
That I am, Harry.
Yeah, he keeps
I
having to
sent a letter
readjust his
today to
head.
Sir Patrick Delaney Podmore. It's my application to join the Headless Hunt. In fact, as I was telling your friend Hermione Granger, joining the Headless Hunt has been a dream of mine for some time.
Is Hermione
I
here?
forget, doesn't Nick actually join the Headless Hunt as of like the 4th book?
I think so. Yeah. It's,
I know he doesn't get in during Prisoner or in Chamber of Secrets, but I think he actually does successfully get in during Goblet of Fire.
Now, if only Nearly Headless Nick had some story significance outside of Chamber of Secrets. He does have story significance in Chamber of Secrets because he blocks the basilisk stare from petrifying Colin Creevy. Nick got the full blast of it, but he's a ghost. He can't die again.
Harry Potter.
Yes.
Yeah, we got our own trading card.
That is your name, Harry. Harry Potter.
And out we go again, assuming we can find the exit. This secret room usually ends up confusing me a bit, simply because of its slightly mazy structure.
A lot of these rooms look the same, I notice.
They do.
Which leads me to one question I had. Do you remember getting lost a lot when you played this as a kid?
No.
Well, okay then.
No, seriously. Despite the mazy structure of Hogwarts in some places, there is never really a point where you end up getting lost, like at all.
Oh, that's good.
Harry, I can't believe that you and Ron are so irresponsible. You could have been killed, or worse, expelled.
That was your gimmick from the first year, Hermione. You've grown since then.
Of course, you would have known this if you'd managed to get to school on time. Harry, don't forget to keep checking your report card.
Report card? I haven't even been to class yet.
Yes, we have a report card. It is in our status menu. I will never be showing it off because I ace most of the class challenges.
It's funny that she would tell. Well, I mean, actually, it makes perfect sense that a character as, you know, pertinaciously studious as Hermione Granger would tell you to keep checking your report card, even though you haven't been to class yet.
What a bird!
That is a cool thing that the game came up with. Like, what if the students at Hogwarts had a magic report card that updated like while it was in their pocket?
Come on, you
And they
two.
do.
Her college is about to start.
Hermione is
You
not
don't want to
that.
be late for that
What?
too. I forgot how much
She's got a
I
lot of
missed her.
sass in this
Come on, Harry.
game.
Her animations have a lot of
Have you heard
sass.
about the
Yeah, it
secret
makes her look
fountain
like
jewels yet?
5 years
Behind
older
us
than
is
she
a
actually
statue.
is.
You can use it to find the entrances to the secret founder jewels. Defeat each Founder House duelist to win a Hogwarts Founder Famous Witches and Wizards card. Collect them all, and you can enter the special Founder's Tower. No one we know.
In order to complete this side quest, you need 16 famous witches and wizards cards.
Ah.
That's where you come in, Harry.
So you don't necessarily have to get them all from here because you've been collecting them just fine up to this point.
To open up each of the jewels, you have to have a certain number of famous witches and wizards cards. Everyone knows that finding famous witches and wizards cards can be very difficult. So, we're willing to sell you 5 of them, Harry. It's a good deal. Give us 50 Bertie Bott's every flavour beans, and we'll give you a famous witches and wizards card in return. Brilliant! You have 50 every flavour beans.
Is
Have a
this
famous
why you
witches
need
and
only
wizards card.
250? Because they can only give you 5
Yep,
cards?
they only have 5.
Ah. And then the Bertie Bott's every flavor beans don't sell
You have
for
50
anything
every
else.
flavour beans.
Yep.
Have a famous witches and wizards card.
Brilliant.
Greta Catchlove.
They always have the same 5 in the same order as well.
Brilliant! You have 50 every flavour beans. Have a famous witches and wizards card.
Oh, so they don't even give you a choice. It's just, oh, you talk to us. Okay, give us beans and we'll give you a card.
Brilliant!
Herpo the Foul.
And they let you skip it.
Brilliant!
And there's the last one.
Paracelsus.
Hi,
Wow,
Colin.
The Gryffindor common room. I'm going to take some pictures to send home to my dad. Have a look at my photo album, Harry. It's on the table. My photos aren't like ordinary photographs. My photos are magic.
Yes, they are. To be perfectly honest, of several of those photos Colin shouldn't have access to, but oh well.
And which photos would those be?
Colin's photo album allows you to revisit particular areas and classes that you've already done in order to either improve your grade score, which is important in one particular area, or collect famous witches and wizards cards that you may have missed. Except for post game, where he unlocks all of the secret areas because you can't leave the common room during the post game.
Oh. Interesting.
I don't know why they won't let you leave the common room during the post game, but they won't.
Yeah, because post-game is all about, like, having access to everything. All the areas. Everything's unlocked. All the stairs are set. Those are some big rats.
Yes, and these rats don't give you house points for some reason.
No, it's like, okay, little boy, you can leave the room now that you've killed the rats. Goodbye. What was the point of that?
Oh, you have to solve both of these rooms in order to unlock the room down here.
Oh, I see.
Waiting for the stairs to reset.
The stairs alternate directions.
No.
Oh,
If you hit the stairs with your knockback jinx, they set up in the area that you hit them.
Oh, that's-
Unfortunately, they are on a time limit, so
that's cool.
it is a cool feature, but you know, it's more annoying than helpful.
Now, just for the record, if this was the PS2 game, you probably would have seen, like, Sky by this point, because there are a lot of indoor sections in the PS2 version, but you definitely access them a lot earlier than you do in this game. Either that, or you just decided to spend all your time indoors for so far.
Alright, with both rooms cleared, we can open up the door at base level.
Harry, you're white as a ghost. What has happened? There were just so many secret rooms.
Alright, and in the next part we will continue on with this secret room.
Yay, secrets.